Yo, once again, it's on. Back at you one more again, Real Ken's TV and the House Light Kitchen Sinks. Now, before I get into this evening's video, if you will, y'all jump in the comment section. Let me know where you're chiming in from. I'm in Lexington, Kentucky. Let me know your city, your state, your hood, your set. Let us know whatever it may be that you represent, and let us know if you're the man or the woman that you say you be. You know, this story took place December the 29th, 2022. You got a young man, Alton Oliver, 26 years old. He's at work. And he gets off. It's one of those second shift jobs where you get off at, I don't know exactly, probably 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Perhaps a little earlier. Nevertheless, it was a second shift job, and it was in the wee hours of the morning. Mr. Oliver, he didn't have a vehicle at the time. So basically what he would do is he would catch rides home from work, you know, from different co-workers and things of that nature. Northwest Atlanta is where this actually took place at. Very, very unforeseen, unnecessary, tragic occurrence that occurred, if that makes any sense to you. And so he catches a ride home, but instead of the coworker giving him a ride to his house, he drops him off. So what I'm assuming is the coworker was like, okay, I'm not going this way, but I'll get you close to home. So he drops him off, in which Mr. Oliver will be responsible for getting himself home, you know, the rest of the way, the remaining, you know, however long that he had to walk. Just imagine this, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. You're walking, and a car approaches you. You're walking on this dark road, and a car pulls up beside you. You don't know who this individual is. You don't know if they're trying to harm you. You don't know if they mean well. You don't know if they know you. You don't know anything. Only thing you see is a car pull up beside you. I'm painting a picture. I want you all to actually visualize this. The window rolls down. Tinted windows. You got an individual on the inside that you don't even know. Black dude. Dude's name is James Thomas. 24-year-old. Hey, brother, it's kind of late to be walking out here. Would you like a ride? We seem to be going in the same direction. I hate for you to, you know, to be walking. Nah, bro, I'm cool, man. Thank you anyway, though, man. I'm used to walking. Are you sure, man? It's dark and cars are coming up and down the road, man. Get on in, man. I give you a ride. I don't have a problem with it whatsoever. Nah, bro, I'm cool, man. Thank you anyway, though. Thank you. You sure? Yeah, I'm cool, man. Thank you. All right. You be safe out here. Thank you, brother. Car rides off. Deep down inside, you really wanted to get in that vehicle. You've been working for 12 hours. You've been on your feet. Legs are tired. Your feet hurt. Although you are a strong young man at 26 years old, you're a 5'11" young man, so you're really, really strong. You're really not too keen on getting into a car with an individual that you don't even know. Especially in the wee hours of the morning. There's a lot of weirdos out here. After all, who stops at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning and asks someone, do they need a ride? Alton felt as though he was making the correct decision. A couple minutes later, as Alton is continuing to make his way home, sometimes I refer to him as Mr. Oliver, and sometimes I may refer to him as Alton. Either or, it's the same individual. Alton's continuing to make his way home. Car pulls up again. Hey, bro, I was thinking, just go on, get inside, man. You been at work? Yeah, I've been at work, man. I'm good, man. Thank you. I told you thank you, man. Not to be rude, but I'm good. Listen, man, you had a long day at work. Once you get on inside, and I'm gonna say allegedly because I wasn't there, but allegedly, according to Alton, Mr. James Thomas offered some sort of a sexual act. Allegedly, he offered to perform a sexual act on Alton. Hey, bro, I don't know what type of weird stuff you own. I don't know exactly what you got going through your mind, but I don't swing at direction, for one thing. For two, I already told you I'm good, man. I don't need a ride, man. He's still trying to be cordial about the situation, although inside he's heated. If that's the direction, if that's if that's your preference, then that's your preference. Not to knock anyone, but Alton, that wasn't what he liked, and he was quite offended. All right, man, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you, man. I just thought that you might want to, the audacity to somebody to just come up and say this to you when they don't even know what floats your boat, if that makes any sense to you. Once again, car rolls the window up, with the individual in the car rolls the window up and drives off. Alton's really like, man, let me hurry up and get the hell home, man. I don't know what's going on, man. I just want to make it home, man. That's all I need to do, man. Just make it home, man. I can't wait to get me a car, man. Short time later, the same vehicle is approaching Alton, but he's approaching him in a slow manner, but it's close enough, the vehicle's close enough to where Alton can see that it's the same vehicle. Bright lights is on. All of a sudden the vehicle starts to rev up the engine, or the individual driving the vehicle revs up the engine, and he's coming towards Alton at a very, very fast speed. Alton fears for his life. His life flashes in front of him. I'm not sure if any of y'all have ever had a vehicle come at you at full speed. I tell you what. You better have some quick reflexes, and that doesn't even work at all times. And let's just say I'm very lucky to be here telling you all this story today, because I've obviously had that happen to me, and the individual that was in that car was definitely trying to take me off the face of this earth. And so I can imagine the anxiety, the fear, the confusion that was going on inside of Alton's head as the vehicle was coming towards him. Alton said once the vehicle was 30, 40 feet away, roughly. Luckily for him, he had a weapon on his hip. Knowing that he had to walk these long, dark roads at night, he would always stay strapped. He pulls his weapon out and he fires at the vehicle that's coming towards him. 2 shots. Boom, boom. He fires into the vehicle. The vehicle loses control. The individual driving the vehicle, which is James Thomas, he loses control and he crashes into another vehicle. At that point, Alton continues to walk. I'm not going to necessarily say he ran, but he started walking much faster. He's trying to get home. He's not even thinking that he hit the individual in the vehicle. It's dark outside. He fired 2 shots. He's just thinking, okay, because of the bullets maybe hitting the windshield or something like that, or maybe it hit the tire, whatever the case may be, he crashed into something else. That's his problem. That's his business, man. I'm out of here. There was an individual driving He's seen it. He called the police, reported it. So the next day came. Nobody thought anything of it. Alton didn't tell anybody. He's at work. A couple more days passed. He's going to work as he always does. And the detectives show up at his job. Mr. Alton Oliver, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. Actually, before they did that, see, there I go, putting the carriage before the horse. They wanted to talk to him down at the precinct, down at the police station. They wanted to question him. Well, how in the world could he have been a suspect when it was 1, 2 o'clock in the morning? That's the thing about technology. You got the dash cam. You got cameras that's just wherever cameras are strategically placed at. So they were able to identify that it was Alton Oliver from the cameras. They bring him in. He gives his rendition of what happened. Partly through the interview, he tells the detectives, I don't know if I should be talking to you all. I mean, after all, I may need a lawyer. I don't know if it's the right thing for me to be, speaking with you all. But if you didn't do anything, it shouldn't be a problem. All we're trying to do is to get your side of the story. You seem like a good young man. You don't have a criminal record. You don't have any sort of criminal history. We just want your side of the story. He gives his side of the story. At the conclusion of the interview, they didn't believe him, as they typically don't. You see, when you talk to the police without an attorney, first of all, if you have an attorney, you're not going to talk to the police, period. The attorney's going to do the corresponding. They try to scare you. They try to make you think, all right, if you don't, once the DA gets a hold of this, they're going to see that you what do you call it? You are very uncooperative. And then the jury's going to see it, and they're going to see that you had absolutely no sort of empathy or sympathy towards the individual. So you sure you don't want to talk to us? Positive. Lawyer. Period. Lawyer. I preach this over and over. Lawyer. There's nothing for me to talk to you about. Don't tell them, don't make a statement like I wasn't there, I was there. Now you're putting yourself on the, the crime scene. I was there, but I didn't even know that we were going there. No, lawyer, period. You're not talking your way out of an interrogation room. Do y'all not watch First 48? When they have the suspect on the edge, on the verge of telling or speaking, and you have the narrator in the background, and he's, well, if we can't get the suspect to speak, they'll be forced to let him go. The suspect ends up speaking. Stand up, put your hands behind your back. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. Capital murder. When if you didn't say anything, you would have walked out of that room. So now, you have Alton Oliver sitting in the county jail. Nearly 3 years goes past. He don't get out on bond or anything. Sitting in the county jail for nearly 3 years, 32 months. He goes to trial. He went to trial August the 15th, 2025. This terrible tragedy happened, as I've already mentioned, December the 29th, 2022. It's 32 months that you're just sitting in the county jail, 4 months shy of 3 years. No bond, haven't been convicted. So that whole you're innocent until proven guilty, no. You're guilty until proven innocent. And even when you're proven innocent, guess what they're going to say? The system failed us. See, it's a different ball game when you're convicted. Well, he was convicted by a jury of his peers. he was convicted by 12 jurors of his peers. And we feel as though the law did the right. But when you beat the law, when you beat Johnny Law, now the system failed you. Interesting twist to this whole encounter is that 24-year-old James Thomas was a sheriff's deputy. He had been with that department maybe 4 months or so. He was heavily recruited. Well liked. Say he was the life of the party. Had a smile that would light up the room. Nobody ever had any complaints about this individual. Well, on this particular night, actually particular morning, he was driving his personal vehicle. Obviously, it's an unmarked car. It's a personal vehicle. Never identified himself as being a sheriff's deputy. This dude was on some, allegedly, was on some zestiness. Dare I say he was a booty bandit. No disrespect to him, no disrespect to the family. But the truth ain't hating. Allegedly. According to Alton Oliver, this man was a booty bandit. Sheriff's deputy by day, booty bandit by night. Allegedly, this wasn't the first time, well, in my opinion, this couldn't have been the first time that he had done something of the sorts. Maybe he had been successful in the past. Maybe he hadn't. I don't know. This is alleged. But what we do know that's factual, he was not successful in this particular scenario. Y'all rock with me. So you got Alton Oliver on trial where he's, in the county jail for all these years. And trial finally comes. See, for you all that's never been incarcerated before, let me give you a brief overview of how this thing works, man. See, the prosecution, they're some rotten SOBs. Heartless. How could you be so heartless? How could you be so heartless? That's exactly what they are. They'll stretch your court dates out 3 and 4 months, 5 months in between dates. Why? Because all of that is a tactic that they use to try to get you to plead guilty, because they know that you're sick and tired of staying in that county jail. And at least once you go to prison, the conditions are so much better than the county jail. People get tired of it. Wake you up. You don't even have to be in court until, 9, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. They're going to wake you up at 5 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. Dress you out to go to court, which means you got to put on one of them jumpsuits. Chain you to a bunch of other inmates, chain gang, put you on a bus while you're chained up. Once you arrive to the courthouse, they're going to throw you in a cell, bullpen. You're going to sit in there for some hours, waiting to go to court. And just because you go to court at 9 and 10 don't mean you're going to see the judge at that time. So by the time you see the judge, let's just say your court is at 9, you see the judge at 10:30. Once you see the judge, they throw you back in the bullpen because you have so many other individuals that came to court with you. You might sit in the bullpen for another hour and a half, 2 hours, or longer. They give you old nasty sack lunch, some bologna, an orange. You ain't even gonna get no chips with it. A bologna and orange, or apple, and a cookie with a juice. By the time you get back to the jail, get dressed out, get strip searched, all the things, the dumb things that they do, and they send you back to your cell. It's like 3 o'clock. And you have to endure this every single time that you go to court. Every single time. And you get taught of that. You have a right to be able to go home and fight your trial from the streets, but no, they don't want that. You see, the judge, the prosecutor, the police, all of them, they all get paid from the same people. Prosecutor knows damn well you're not a flight risk. Well, Your Honor, we feel as though this individual's a flight risk, so we'd ask that some very serious charges. We'd ask that the defendant be remanded, no bond. Or if there is a bond, it's so high, you know that that individual can't make it. And a lot of times, most times, nearly every time, guess who the judge is going to side with? You see P. Diddy? He been in jail for nearly a year. They want to get a man a bond. Even after he's beat the most serious charges, they're still saying that he's a flight risk and he's a danger to the people that testified against him, man. The system is rigged, and the system is definitely against you. Definitely. So as I was mentioning, all the while, Alton, his day in court has finally come. Something that typically doesn't happen, or it doesn't happen very often. He gets on the stands. Usually your lawyers are going to recommend, no, I wouldn't recommend you get on the stands, because you just open yourself up, and the prosecution, man, they definitely play a dirty game. Well, some people will say, yeah, but if you tell them the truth, you have nothing to hide. Yeah, but they'll twist your words around. These people are very good at what they do. They're very great at what they do. And they'll twist you around and get you flustered on the stands, unless you're a cool individual like myself, and I'm not going to get flustered because I understand what this is about. Alton wanted to tell his story. He wanted to tell his side. See, a lawyer can only recommend you not get on the stands. If you want to get on the stands, guess what? You can get on the stands. And that's just what Alton did. He got on the stands. Same story that I just told you all. He told the jury. He was very forthcoming. He was very passionate about, being sorry that this happened. Apologized to the family. It was an unforeseen, unfortunate tragedy. But he feared for his life. Car starts coming towards me, revving up the engine. I've already turned his passes down 2 previous times. What am I supposed to do? I fear for my life, man. I fear for my life, so there was some key points. There was some discrepancies. There was some things that the prosecution felt as though they could attack. Why didn't you stay on the scene? Why didn't you call the police afterwards? I didn't know that he was hit. Yeah, I seen that he had crashed, but I'm just thinking that he ran into something. I'm trying to get home. I don't know what this guy's gonna do. It's not my, job to get out and check on him. I don't know what this person may be trying to. I feel as though he was trying to unalive me. So I continued to go. I got home as quickly as I could. See, this is how they try to twist your words. Well, you told the detective one thing, but now you're saying this. That's why I say you don't talk to the police. Well, yeah, I did tell the detective that, but, I've been in interrogation for so long, and I also said, well, I was kind of confused because if you notice, I said, well, I don't know if I should be talking to y'all without a lawyer. So I didn't know what to say. I didn't know how much to say. I was just trying to be cooperative. But all the while, they're twisting your words around. That's what they do. That's what they do. They can't do anything to you. It's your rights. You're a man. Lawyer. Period. Nothing else. Lawyer. Might come out with some t-shirts or some hoodies. Lawyer. That's all that needs to be said. The police is not your friends. If you're in that interrogation room, they are not your friends. Tells the story on the stands, as I mentioned. I believe the trial ended up being like a week long. It was something of the sorts. Finally, it goes to the jury. They deliberate 10, 11 hours. They come back. The judge goes to read the verdict. Somebody was charged with 6 counts. They didn't really say all of the other counts, but I know it was murder was the main thing that he had to be worried about. The sheriff's deputy, that police in the courtroom, see, they ride for each other. See, police, they unalive us all day long, and they don't even get a slap on the wrist, man. Paid leave time while they investigate. Well, we found that the unaliving was basically they sweep it under the rug. Don't matter if they on camera. No matter if they have witnesses, they do it anyway. They do it anyway and continuously get away with it. And when they do get some time, they get a little small time. 2 years, 3 years. They found that it was justifiable. This person will not be relieved of their position, meaning they won't be fired. But you just clearly seen this man unalive this person on camera, and you're going to sit there and say that it was justified? The judge takes the paper out of the envelope. Alton Oliver, the jury finds you guilty of all 6 counts. The courtroom is quiet. Couldn't hear anything. We're gonna hand this to the defense team to take a look at it. I'm talking about the verdict. All of a sudden you hear somebody say, "What? Hold on." Sound like it was somebody, that was there in support of Alton. And then I'm assuming one of the jurors said something like, "No, Your Honor, not guilty." So the judge is like, "Oh, did I read it wrong?" He gets the envelope back, I guess from the bailiff or whatever. He's laughing. He's not literally laughing, but he's making light of it. "Oh, I'm sorry, I must have mispronounced it." You didn't mispronounce, you mispronounce a word. The defendant is not guilty on all 6 counts. See, he said guilty originally, but it said not guilty. I don't know what's wrong with me. I think that's funny. Think that's something that should be laughed at, smirked upon. He apologizes and lets Alton know that he's free to go. I don't know if the judge did that on purpose. Can't say. Sometimes people do read things the wrong way. Maybe he already had it in his mind, "Oh, this guy's guilty," and he just automatically assumed that this person was guilty. Whatever the case may be, and I know people make mistakes, but smirking at something like that, making light of something like that, that's not funny. Because, see, you had this individual, you had James Thomas, he has family in the courtroom just as well. So when the judge says guilty, his family is probably rejoicing. Although it's not going to bring him back, there's a conviction. There will be, someone will have to pay the Pied Piper. Justice is served. But it was short-lived, only to have the judge go back and apologize and say, "I apologize. The verdict read not guilty." Now, Mr. Alton Oliver's family, they're full of joy. Who really wins in this situation? When you really, really think about it. Who really wins? Mr. James Thomas was 24 years old. He's gone, no longer with us. Alton Oliver was 26 years old. But he spent nearly 3 years of his life incarcerated for a crime that he was acquitted for. Should he have even been charged? See, the prosecution, they can make a case out of anything. They claim that it just wasn't justifiable for him to use his weapon. But when is it justifiable, Mr. or Mrs. Prosecution? When is it justifiable? What are you supposed to do if an individual is continuously approaching you? Allegedly, they knew that part, so that's not alleged. They agreed that this individual approached him 3 times. I guess that was on the dash cam. They knew that part. But they were saying that he was not justified in being fearful, being afraid, thinking that he was going to lose his life. He's a complete stranger. You way out of bounds, respectfully. Deputy Tommy, you way out of bounds because you are an officer of the law. You're not supposed to be soliciting people to do sexual favors if they get in the car for you. Or with you, rather. The prosecution, they're going to find a way. Make up laws as they go. They're going to find a way to charge you. So like I said, who really wins? I done lost 3 years of my life. Reputation is damaged. I'll sue the hell out of them if I'm able. But a lot of times they have these laws structured to where you can't even sue. Some places you can, some places you can't. I'll sue the hell out of them. Northwest Atlanta, yeah. Y'all would definitely have a lawsuit looming. Shout out to Alton Oliver. You know, my condolences go out to James Thomas' family. Terrible, tragic event. It shouldn't have happened. It was totally just, it was avoidable. It just shouldn't have happened, man. But just think, if Alton didn't have that protection on him, what would have happened? I'm guessing. I'm a legend. I don't know what would have happened. I wasn't there. And it didn't happen. But just think, if he didn't have that protection on him, what ultimately would have taken place. Real Kens TV. Hopefully you liked the video. Feel free to comment. Definitely share. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And be sure to hit that post notification. So anytime I bring you this action and this heat, guess what? You're amongst the first to receive. Real Kens TV.